Hello and welcome back to our 8th episode of our weekly Star Wars show here, The Rule of Two, here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. I, as always, am here. I noticed that nobody commented on our last video on what our names, our quippy little funny names should be. So, do it again this time. I'm here, so is my sister.
Hello.
And if you clicked on this, then you should know by now. But if you're new, hey, thank you for clicking on it. Hopefully you didn't click away. Uh, so what we do is we do pretty much 3 Star Wars topics, and we just talk about them. We talk about them. And today we're going to be doing the new Solo trailer, which that's why this episode is going to come out later than it usually does. It usually comes out, Sunday afternoon. But that Solo trailer was dropping today, so we decided to wait until the Solo trailer because it's kind of a big deal, and it's nice to get it out, as soon as possible rather than wait a week to talk about it. That's our first topic, our big topic. We'll talk about the Last Jedi commentary that Rian Johnson did on the Blu-ray. And then, are we going to talk about the Sana Solo stuff?
Yeah, well, just a little bit.
Well, just a little bit. We'll see how our time constraints. But, with that being said, let's get into our first topic, which is the Solo trailer. It literally dropped like less than an hour ago. I've watched it three times.
Couple more than that.
Yeah, she's watched it more than that. It's super fun. I like Lawrence Kasdan, the man who wrote this. I feel like it's really good. I feel like it's really nice. The best line, the one line is when Han says, "I've got a really good feeling about this." To me, that's like, okay, that's pretty cool. It's a nice way to flip that saying on its head.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's a Han thing to say too.
Yeah. I liked it too. Paul Bettany, he looks like a bad dude.
Paul Bettany looks like he's like
those like
he's
scars
got like
or whatever.
He's worse than Snoke scars,
It was like,
well, maybe not.
Crazy. I still don't feel Alden all too much. I mean, I'm happy about him. I don't feel him as Han quite yet. We'll see. I'll judge his full performance.
I'm digging.
And I don't really, I don't know. I'm about the same with Donald Glover, so I don't know. How do you feel about?
Oh, I think Donald Glover is like, he's. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? Anyway, Donald Glover, I think he's like my favorite part of it so far. Look, you're not gonna get him doing the deep Billy D voice, but I don't want an impersonator. I want somebody who does the character, not the person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Give me the character. Don't give me Billy D.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
You don't. But you're saying you don't feel them as the character. You don't feel them as a character. I feel like Donald Glover's doing a great job as Lando.
Well, I think
I am still on the fence.
I think they're doing the best they can.
I am still on the fence with Alden more than I am with Donald. We actually get to see him talk.
Yeah, I'm about the same with both. We'll see.
What do you think about Chewie? Like in the jokes.
Jonas is doing great.
What do you think about the jokes in this?
I like the jokes.
You like them?
With him, there's one. He picks up a dude, drops him on his head.
Oh yeah, Chewie.
That looks great.
Chewie
on a
kills
more serious note, you also see another Wookiee in the trailer.
Yes,
which
is
you're just like.
What do you think? Do you think that's his family? Because we know in canon he does have a family. In one of the Aftermath books, he goes back to Kashyyyk to be with his family.
He in the comics too. I don't. Sure. I mean, it's hard to tell because they all look the same.
Right.
No offense to
Wookiees. Do you think that the Empire has Wookiees on that train and they're gonna try to free them?
I don't think. Well, maybe because
I couldn't really tell where that was.
And yeah, I can't tell where Chewie comes in. Is he part of the job?
Oh, he is. Yeah.
like that's how they meet or something.
I think
because obviously Han doesn't know a lot about him.
Yeah.
And then that last part at the end,
but it's like
with Chewie, is that going to be the moment where sort of the life,
the life debt?
Yeah, comes in.
I don't think so.
You
I think
he's gonna do it again?
No. What do you mean? No, I think that comes earlier in the movie. I just think that is a part where it's like I said it in my trailer reaction, which you can check out on this channel, by the way. I said it in my trailer reaction. I was just like, well, they're not gonna kill Chewie, so it's like I honestly don't think that part is where the life debt comes from.
And let's be honest, he could never hold him up. Chewie's gotta be 300 pounds.
I feel like they're going to go with the Legends route where Han saves him from slavery in the Empire, from the Empire.
I don't think so. I think that might be the moment. Okay. We get to see first shot or second shot in the trailer. We get to see a tiny little rat. I feel like that's gonna become new porgs if we see more of them.
Oh, tiny rat?
Yeah, it's running on the little wires that they're showing when they're showing the Empire coming in or something. There's a destroyer or something, and there's
why does there have to be a porg and everything? But no, they would push that thing if it was a porg. If they had it as much in the movie the porgs,
people are gonna pick up on it. It had a cute little tail.
The porgs were in a lot of The Last Jedi.
No, I know, but people are gonna pick on.
It had a cute little tail.
Yeah, it was a little round flap.
No, I feel like if they focus on that kind of thing, that's not what they should be doing.
Every single, well, maybe not every single, but every movie has their cute little animal and a new droid.
Not the first
one. And speaking of the droid,
Episode 4 and 5 do not have a cute little animal. 5 has a Wampa.
That's why I said
5 has a Wampa who almost kills Luke, and then you have the Tauntauns, which they cut open, and those are not cute or little.
I said almost.
4 doesn't have one either.
Well,
the Jawas, maybe they're not cute little. You don't even see them. How can they be cute?
They're cute. Because they run around and they got little eyeballs. Anyway, I said almost, and that's classic Star Wars. Anyway, about the droid, I think it's gonna be played by I forgot her name. And then I didn't write it down.
You didn't write it down?
It's Phoebe something. She's from
Phoebe Cates?
She's from Fleabag. I think she's playing the droid, but I'm not sure. You think she's playing the droid?
Do you know? Why didn't you look up the Solo thing?
I did, and it didn't have a name under hers.
Well, I think they're going to try to push it like AK2SO. I don't know if it'll work.
It's
like
AK2SO. She sounds at one point, she's like, I'm so glad we took this job. She seems a little almost bloodthirsty, except he's way more sarcastic.
Yeah.
She seems like she'll be down to get dirty or whatever.
No, yeah, this trailer was fun.
Yeah.
The Falcon does look different in one of the shots. It looks way different, which makes sense because you read a lot of the Legends books, and when they talk about the Falcon, not when Han and them talk, but when the Imperials talk about the Falcon, they whenever they're first talking about it, they tend to always say it's a heavily modified freighter. So it makes sense. Because you see them throughout the entire original trilogy, they're always fixing something and always working on. So it makes sense that it would change its appearance a little bit, over time.
And in this case, a lot.
In this case, you just cut out one piece.
Yeah, and it's very dirty.
Very dirty.
Very dirty.
Yes.
But I'm glad to see it. I hope we see the transformation of the Falcon. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy about it. And I liked Emilia Clarke's narration. The shots were really pretty.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But we'll see. It looks good.
I trust Lawrence Kasdan's writing and Ron Howard's directing.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, I think that if there's something that you got, it's a given, you that's the given.
Mhm.
Anyway, before in
Ron Howard we trust.
Well, yeah, whatever. Anyway, let's get into our Last Jedi commentary. Our commentary on the Last Jedi commentary. Okay, this is Inception. This is Commentaryception. what did you
Never
take
seen
away?
what's up?
Because to me, there's one big thing, and we'll talk about that later. But what were anything smaller than the one big equal thing? You know,
Oh,
anything other than that that
oh,
really
the
stands out to you
commentary.
from the from the Ryan Johnson's directorial commentary of The Last
Sorry,
Jedi.
for a second I thought it was the other thing. No, yeah, I know. You need to be quiet. um, Again, Frank Oz, same thing because I have the same likes because when Yoda comes in,
It's a small, cute creature.
yeah, no,
Now
when
I sense a pattern here.
no, when Yoda comes in, Ryan Johnson starts talking about how his introduction what came from Frank Oz, and Frank Oz really helped him with how to shoot a puppet
Yeah.
and with the editing.
Because you never
And
it's
had
kind
some
of
really
it's
great
totally
notes.
different because you have to have the person doing the puppeteering, but then you can't show them on screen. So it's like,
Right.
how do I shoot this?
Right. It's that part for me was really cool, and like everything, the revelations that he got from working with Frank Oz, because Frank Oz is amazing. I really love that.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, he was probably my favorite bit about it, about the thing that really stands out for me, and just how like they work through things. What about you? What's your favorite? What was your favorite piece of knowledge? Don't know.
I did like.
You didn't even.
I
watch
did
it.
like how he explained that he went when he was going back and doing the flashbacks. He was like, okay, well, when he was thinking about doing the flashbacks, he was like, we can't just do a regular flashback. So he did it in a unique way where you see it three different
The Rule of Three.
perspectives, and you see it with not just three different perspectives, but three different versions of it. And that's what's so cool. Like, if it was just shot differently, it would have been like, why are you showing me this again? It's just a different angle. But it's shot pretty much the same. It's just like Luke's first version was a little different, and then Kylo's version was like way violent, and then Luke's third version was like, yeah, that's more like it. So
Yeah.
it was cool.
But I also like how he pointed out, because this is what I've always thought, is that in Kylo Ren's mind, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's probably, his judgment is clouded by anger or
of course,
whatever.
Snoke maybe.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But in his mind, that's how things went down. There's also like a really cool interview on the Star Wars YouTube channel with Frank Oz, just if people want to go watch that, and he talks about it.
Definitely.
And he's really funny too.
Yeah, definitely. So let's get to some of the bigger things with the commentary. Some of the things that, quite honestly, I have a problem with.
Sure.
And the biggest one is when there was this scene in the throne room after Snoke is dead, the scene in which they both are trying to use the Force to pull the lightsaber to them. I think, well, Ryan Johnson said that they were equals. He said the idea that they are equals, that's why it's stuck in the middle between them. That is something, to me, is so wrong. I get it. He's the director. It's what happened. So that, like, that's canon. I understand that. But to me, that was a wrong decision, because there has to be something said for training. Like, let's just be honest here, Ryan. Like, I'm not criticizing you for like the movie. I still enjoy the movie greatly, but like, let's just be honest about something. You're gonna tell me a Kylo Ren who has had years of training and a Rey who has had 2 lessons of training are equal? Yeah, that's to me, that's fundamentally wrong. It's like, well, you know what? Training really is nothing. You just gotta have like a nice talk with Luke Skywalker, and you'll be equal to them. That's something to me that is just like one of the big things that's kind of fundamentally wrong. I understand, like, when I first watched the movie, I didn't get that they were equals, but when he said that, I was like, it makes sense that they are equals, but it's totally not true that they are equals. There's no way that she, with 2 lessons, is equal to a Kylo Ren who has trained for years.
Right.
She has known she had the Force for days at the most, and this dude has been training for years, and you're gonna tell me that she's an equal at this point? That is something that is that's fundamentally wrong.
Yeah.
Makes for a nice shot, but still.
Yeah, I don't know. First of all, I don't know why Kylo Ren wants that. He just went through this whole speech of, like, let it go,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then he holds on.
Yeah.
But...
Well, maybe he just didn't want her to get it, you know?
I mean, she would have gotten her own. Doesn't he know that? Like...
What do you mean?
She's not stupid. She'll just, like...
No, I mean, at that point, he didn't want her to get it because she probably might have, you know...
Oh, they would have started fighting.
Yeah, some smackdown would have been laid.
Although I do think he could have...
He would have beaten her. No way. No question. No question.
I don't agree that... I don't think they're equals. Just because... As characters, yes. In their abilities, no. And I also think... he definitely, as a character, I like him more. He's more interesting.
Right. Because
he's got more, like, conflict
Yep.
within and flaws and all. I mean, obviously he's a villain. But, I don't know, his storyline's just more interesting.
It is
than
interesting.
hers because she's just kind of...
I honestly feel like Kylo Ren in these movies is like what we see Vader in the comics, where he's having this problem, you know, fully, like, he did fully give himself to the dark side, but he still has that problem of the light side still poking at him, you know?
Yeah. I don't want to, like, go too much in because we're supposed to be talking about the commentary, but that's why we love Finn as well, because he's not, like, this person who's like, well, I'm joining the good guys now. He's like, no, I'm not here for this, really.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, that's what makes characters interesting.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think she's equal, but we'll see what JJ does.
Yeah, I do think, yeah. They're not equals. They're not equals. Also, another thing that I don't agree with Ryan, that I learned as the commentary went on, was he kept on talking about the characters and the writing process of writing this movie, and he kept on saying, as I was thinking about it, I was thinking of what would be the hardest thing for this character to go through or deal with. And to me, I understand he's a much better storyteller than I am. He understands it a lot better than I do. But to me, I don't think that is how you should go about it. Because, let's just be honest, sometimes the hardest thing for a character to go through doesn't exactly translate on screen to the best movie.
Sure.
You know, sometimes it doesn't have to be the most difficult thing for them to go to. Sometimes it could be something that's simple and easy, but yet they can't do it because of their, you know, something wrong with them. Where it's kind of like when you see like a basketball player at the free throw line, it's nobody's guarding you, it's a wide open shot, yet you still miss it. It's the easiest shot, you know, but people still miss it.
Flew over the head. This is a nerd show?
No, I understand that, but it's like, when you think about it, like, sometimes the easiest things can be the hardest things.
Saying, yeah.
And so it's like, you don't have to try to, you know, you don't have to try to make them do literally the hardest thing. Sometimes you can make them do something easy, but they mess up at it, so that becomes difficult.
Yeah. He also talked a little bit about Phasma and the breakage of the
helmet. That was good.
And how that sort of idea that it would just be like Gwendolyn Christie's beautiful
face, half of her
that idea sort of came
a
from
good
Daisy.
Quarter of her face.
Yes.
And it made sense. It was like, you're gonna show like some funky Snoke looking character under there. No, just show the lady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's kind of the first time we get to see her ever, because even in the comics they don't show her face.
No.
So that was cool.
Which is nice. Which is nice. Anything else on the Last Jedi commentary that you want to talk about? The ending, maybe Broom Kid. Ryan didn't even know the kid's name. He was just like, he's some boy.
What is his name? Black?
I have no idea.
I
have the book right there.
You don't need to get it.
I don't need to get it.
His name is
His name is Broom Boy. His name is Broom Boy.
Yes.
That's all you need to know.
But he did talk about how he could have ended it there. He talked about how he had a different beginning.
True.
It started off with...
And you see that beginning in the deleted scenes?
With Finn, yeah. He also talked about... what else did he talk about?
He talks about a lot. I do think the Frank Oz stuff was so nice.
Yeah.
It was a good commentary.
Oh.
It gave us great insight.
I remember what I was going to say.
What?
He said that there was a lot more intercutting, which I think he said before.
Oh, yeah.
And
he changed the way they edited. It seemed like in some of the earlier edits of the movie, there was a lot of cut to the different stories, whereas in the final edit, it seemed like you stayed with the story for a nice little chunk.
And he recorded this before the movie came out.
Yeah.
So he kept saying, like, I don't know how people are going to react to this. And he also, the actress who plays Tally, her name is Hermione, and I guess he called her Hermione, what's Granger or whatever, from...
Harry
Potter, when that's not her name. And he's like,
know.
I'll be honest, guys, we just, like, fixed that because I just called her Hermione Granger, because...
I don't know the names of Harry Potter.
Well.
Yeah, I'm steeped in Star Wars, not Harry Potter. Don't crucify me, but hey, crucify me in the comment section down below. We might get a comment then. Hey. Anyway.
We just have to...
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the Last Jedi commentary. Definitely
it's a really good commentary.
Yeah, check it out. Definitely.
I mean, he's kind of funny in it. He points out references. It's cool.
Yeah, the pew, the Emmeline Haldo.
Oh yeah.
Saying pew when she comes in and shoots. Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it for our commentary on the Last Jedi commentary by Ryan Johnson. Our third thing is there's a little excerpt from Last Shot, which is the novel coming out for it's kind of like a journey to Solo. And in this thing, it's pretty much just a little excerpt, and it's Chewie, Han, and Maz Kanata's in there as well. They're in Maz Kanata's place, and so is Sana Solo, which if you know...
Staros, but...
Sana Staros, which is from the comics.
Yes,
She was Han Solo's waifu for a scam that they were doing, so not really his waifu, so
Spoilers.
It's okay. He's not divorced. Way to go, Han Solo.
All right. And there is some speculation that Tandy Newton is playing
Sana Solo?
Sana Staros, but that hasn't been confirmed.
We'll just call her Sana Solo because it makes more sense. Anyway,
I'm gonna call
what did you think about the excerpt? I did. Well, you go first.
Okay. I didn't like it.
Can't ask a question and then be like, okay, let me tell you what I think.
I didn't like it. I thought the writing was like...
Well, because you listened to it. I feel like if you read it, you would be like, okay, this is better. Just the writing. Some of the writing.
Maybe. I thought it was...
No, that dude...
I was skeptical of it. Yeah. Because, at best. But, who knows? Maybe the rest is great.
No, hopefully...
And then whoever...
Yeah.
Whoever did that little, like, reading of it...
It was the author. It was the author.
Okay. I hope he's not.
He's not. He doesn't. I hope so, too.
Because his reading... He
didn't
even try to do a Han.
His Han isn't even as, like...
He didn't even try to do a Han. But, maybe he thought he was doing a Han.
No, yeah, like, with everything that comes out for Star Wars, I'm, like, crossing my fingers, A New Hoping, like...
A New Hoping.
I am A New Hoping that everything is going to be great. That everything can be as good as Lost Stars and Leia, Princess of Alderaan, and pretty much anything that Claudia Gray does.
Basically.
Yeah. I'm crossing my fingers for this. There was, like, that for the most part, that was fine. it was just like, for me, 2 lines where Han Solo says, "Always, sister, always," and then the next line he says is, "Usually, sister, usually." It's like that. No,
First
that's
of all,
not Han.
I don't think that's what he would say. And
Right.
sister, like why are you calling her sister?
Yeah,
Like,
you're
I don't know.
Han. Call her like honey or something.
Okay, but don't be like belittling.
But that's his waifu.
Not in
It
that.
could be that.
Maybe.
It could
You're
be that
right.
because we
You're
never
right.
saw it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But other than that, we'll see.
Yeah.
I didn't like it though.
Hopefully the writing is
Hopefully it's a better experience with the real person who's going to be doing.
I hope Mark Thompson does it. He does a great Han.
I doubt it, but
He's been doing this.
I know, but he does the big ones. Is this a?
This is a big one. What else is there? There's
sure.
Thrawn. Thrawn is the only other one, and he'll probably do that one.
Yeah.
He'll probably do that one.
So
why not give him the double check? Give him 2 checks,
okay. Anyway,
He does a good Lando too.
we'll see. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Okay.
That's one thing that I'm worried about because Donald Glover, he's fine, but he needs a more like silky, milky tone.
But like you can't. I don't think you do that. I think you do the character, not the actor.
That is so. It's not the
I know.
actor.
I
It's
know.
Lando.
But the actor is Lando, and Lando is
right.
Billy D. Anyway, it's good. I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully, it's amazing. I never want to read something and be like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, nobody roots for things
No,
to be bad.
well, some of you out there do. You
Okay.
Last Jedi haters. Some of you do. We're gonna find you. Like General Zod in Man of Steel says, I will find him.
About 75 times.
Oh yeah.
But he does. He does find him.
He does. He goes across the galaxy to find him.
Mhm,
Anyway.
with that terrible hair.
Yes, referencing another nerdy subject within our nerdy subject, that is the rule of 2 here on the C Cinema Reviews channel. And we're pretty much done for this episode, right?
Sure.
Anything else you want to say as far as that little thing? I think Sana was written well. She was cool.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 You gonna just... we're done.
But you guys, if you haven't seen it, go watch the Solo trailer. Like seriously,
Yes,
it's
now.
great. And if you haven't seen the other episodes on our show of our show, go ahead.
back.
There's a playlist on our channel.
Or don't.
Or maybe probably not. You won't. There's no way you made it this far in the video anyways. If you did, leave a comment section down.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment in our comment section down. Nobody's gonna listen
comment,
this far. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We have a Facebook page. We have Twitter. Links in the description because
Links.
Yeah, links in the description. Hopefully, you follow us or whatever you do on Twitter.
Yeah.
Give us a like there. Why not? But that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this, and may the Force be with you.
Always.